Good morning. I'm starting the lesser Hippias today. Apparently, this dialogue, it is written, can be ascribed to Plato only because it always has been from Aristotle's day on. It is inferior to all others. Maybe Plato was just having a bad day. But, so, the elusive Plato. I don't know if I'll be chasing him or someone who tried to chase him. But let's begin. Eutychus. Why are you silent, Socrates, after the magnificent display which Hippias has been making? Why do you not either refute his words, if he seems to you to have been wrong in any point, or join with us in commending him? There is the more reason why you should speak, because we are now alone, and the audience is confined to those who may fairly claim to take part in a philosophical discussion. Socrates. I should greatly like Eutychus to ask Hippias the meaning of what he was saying just now about Homer. I have heard your father, Epaminondas, declare that the Iliad of Homer is a finer poem than the Odyssey, in the same degree that Achilles was a better man than Odysseus. Odysseus, he would say, is the central figure of the one poem and Achilles of the other. Now I should like to know, if Hippias has no objection to tell me, what he thinks about these two heroes, and which of them he maintains to be the better. He has already told us in the course of his exhibition many things of various kinds about Homer and diverse other poets. So now I'm tempted to think myself, like, which is the better hero? Achilles, I think of, when I think of him, I think of a brave warrior, someone who went away from his home to pursue his fame, who chose fame above life in the end, because his mother predicted that he has these two options: die young and be remembered forever, or live to a ripe old age and be forgotten. So it's the hero who finds his fame in war. And then and Hector is just gorgeous, especially in that movie. Odysseus is the hero who tries to journey back home. So I think maybe I like Odysseus more. He's known for this extremely long journey. Both of them took 10 years, I think. I'm not sure. I'm quite sure that the siege of Troy took about 10 years. And I think Odysseus' journey home took 10 years, which doesn't make sense. It means his wife has been waiting for 20 years. Oh my God, please don't make me. Although I have already been waiting for 20 years. But anyways, so yes, so he has all these adventures on his way home, also with other women. Let's hope his wife is not as jealous as I am, as possessive as I am. Yeah, so it's the hero who tries to find his home, tries to journey home for love and well, maybe I'm being romantic, but it is a lot about getting back to his wife, and she has been faithful, by the way. And the other one for fame. So I think my choice is pretty easily made. What did he say? The Iliad of Homer is a finer poem than the Odyssey because Achilles is a better man than Odysseus. Okay. So let's see. Eutychus. I am sure that Hippias will be delighted to answer anything which you like to ask. Tell me, Hippias, if Socrates asks you a question, will you answer him? Hippias, indeed, Eutychus. I should be strangely inconsistent if I refused to answer Socrates, when at each Olympic festival, as I went up from my house to Elis, to the temple of Olympia, where all the Hellenists were assembled, I continually professed my willingness to perform any of the exhibitions which I had prepared, and to answer any questions which anyone had to ask. Socrates. Socrates, Socrates, Socrates. Truly, Hippias, you are to be congratulated. If at every Olympic festival you have such an encouraging opinion of your own wisdom when you go up to the temple. There's like double stab in here, because you're so sure of your own wisdom. On the one hand, already like, and from the Socratic perspective. And the other, when you go up to the temple, which is probably the time you should be at your most humble and aware of your ignorance. I doubt, or your foolishness, your lack of wisdom. I'm not sure if I think of lack of wisdom as foolishness anymore. I think actually there can be a lot of wisdom in being foolish sometimes. I mean, I know traditionally the two go to, it's like antithesis of each other, but I think a lack of wisdom is more than mere foolishness. I guess it depends on how you are foolish. Whether there's this humility or not. Foolishness with humility doesn't feel as unwise to me as foolishness in pride. And then hubris, I should say, not pride, because pride also has a positive side. So hubris, foolishness in hubris feels much more unwise than foolishness in humility. Because we are human beings, we should, to a certain extent, I think we should just... maybe that's what Peter means when with his whole less foolish, becoming less foolish. Maybe we should strive to become more foolish. Maybe that is that learned part of ignorance. I doubt whether any muscular hero would be so fearless and confident in offering his body to the combat at Olympia as you are in offering your mind. Hippias, and with good reason, Socrates. Ooh, he doesn't see it. For since the day when I first entered the list at Olympia, I have never found any man who was my superior in anything. Oh dear. I was just humbled there. Not that I don't. I found many women who are my superior in many things. And I do find many men who are my superior in many things. Just not in the one thing that I need. And I don't know what it is that I need. So I don't know what it is. So, yeah. So when I do give words to it, it's from ignorance. That's not necessarily what I mean. Socrates, what an ornament, Hippias, will the reputation of your wisdom be to the city of Elis, Alice, and to your parents. But to return, what say you of Odysseus and Achilles? Which is the better of the two, and in what particular does either surpass the other? For when you were exhibiting, and there was company in the room, though I could not follow you, I did not like to ask what you meant, because a crowd of people were present, and I was afraid that the question might interrupt your exhibition. Thing about Socrates, like, was he a buffoon? Was he playing the buffoon? Was he maybe aware of the fact that there's a deeper understanding which he constantly lacked? But now that there are not so many of us, and my friend Eutychus bids me ask, I wish you would tell me what you were saying about these two heroes, so that I may clearly understand. How did you distinguish them? I shall have much pleasure, Socrates, in explaining to you more clearly than I could in public my views about these, and also about other heroes. I say that Homer intended Achilles to be the bravest of the men who went to Troy, Nestor the wisest, and Odysseus the williest. What on earth does williest mean? I know that I know, but I have forgotten. Williest meaning. Skilled in gaining an advantage, especially deceitful. That ain't good. Anyways, so he's the best politician then, Odysseus. Socrates, oh rare Hippias, will you be so good as not to laugh if I find a difficulty in following you, and repeat my questions several times over? Please to answer me kindly and gently. I should be greatly ashamed of Hippias. I should be greatly ashamed of myself, Socrates, if I, who teach others and take money of them, could not, when I was asked by you, answer in a civil and agreeable manner. So he's being polite for the sake of money, is basically what he is implying. Socrates. Maybe I should end it there. I am late. I am quite behind my schedule today, so have a good day.